I've essentially now shared with you the inside scoop, the stuff that now that you've got access to that knowledge, you can positively implement it into your application. What I want to do at this point is take you through all the resources that are available on our website that will allow you to move from the theoretical of what you've learned this evening into the practical of getting on with it and making your application for yourself. So, as I mentioned earlier, on the homepage of HongKongVisaGeezer.com is this resource on front page news. It's the 10 must-have resources. So I'm going to take you through the first 5 resources, which are must-use resources, and then, as you'll see, there are another 5 resources here which augment this material. We will go on to look at the individual resources now. So the first thing that you need to look at is this infographic called the One-Man Investment Visa for Hong Kong. What's required? Essentially what this does, it takes you from 39,000 feet and allows you a helicopter view, so to speak, over the elements for approval under this particular visa type. And once you've done that, you use this must-use resource 2, which is called the Visa Information Document. And the Visa Information Document then adds the necessary meat onto the skeleton that's essayed on the infographic that you looked at prior to this. And embedded inside this PDF are links to other aspects of our resources on the web that will allow you the ability to get more out of the material in the information document, such as podcasts and videos that I've built into that. So that then gives you a complete sort of picture of what this visa type is really all about. So now that you know what the visa type's all about, what you've got to do is you've got to start to prepare for your application. And the way that you prepare for your application is to use this resource, which we've called the Hong Kong Visa Application Roadmap. Now, this document is actually a sort of a consumerized version of an internal document that we use at the Hong Kong Visa Centre, because I'm responsible for bringing all our clients into the practice, but we're a very big business and clearly I don't do all the work, so I have a lot of other colleagues that assist me. So when we are briefing each other internally on a particular application, we do it in a structured way. And so I took that structured way and turned it into this document. And you can then download this from the internet, well, you sign up for it on our website, I should say, and we will send you a video link every day for 4 days that allows you to understand what section of the document you need to turn your attention to and fill in. Because essentially what this ultimately ends in is with you having a fully actionable plan for your application. Because you've drawn in through the use of this document everything that you need to have everything in one place so that when you're ready to do the application, you're properly armed for it. So that's the third resource. The fourth resource is these case examples that wouldn't get approved. I think it's important to give you a little bit of sort of extra idea of what is required for approval by reflection on what wouldn't work. And so you've got these case studies that kind of set out how not to do it, if you will. And then the fifth resource is when you're ready and you've got your application plan all filled out, you come to the templates on our website and you then pull down the documents that you need to begin to write up your argument. So you take all the contents of your application roadmap plan and then turn your attention to the template, and the template's broken down into separate headings, and then you begin to write up your argument. And at the end of that exercise, essentially you've got everything that you need ready to file your application down at Immigration Tower. So these are the other 5 resources that are available to you that I think are advantageous to look at when you're preparing your application. And in fact, the title of this is 10 must-have resources, but it's a lie because there's actually 11. So there's an on-page video over here on the left too that will, I think, add some value to you. So that's the process that you follow in order to make an application ready for submission at the Immigration Department. And if you have any questions during your application development process, then you're welcome to ask those questions via our blog. Within 48 hours, we'll give you a podcast answer where we change the details to protect your anonymity, but we'll give you an accurate answer to the question that you've raised, and we'll do that within 48 hours.